this is Spring Washam, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm really happy that I get a chance to talk to you about a topic that I love, and it's working with plant-based medicine. Now, many of you might know, or some of you might not know, that in addition to being a Dharma teacher and an author and writer, I'm also, I guess you could say, like a curandera, a healer, and I work with plant-based medicine. My organization that I founded is called Lotus Vine Journeys, and they have a separate YouTube channel. We have a separate channel, and I will be uploading lots of content with a lot more detail. But for right now, I just wanted to give kind of an introduction to it. Plant-based medicine, what is it, and is it for me? So the first thing I want to mention when I talk about plant-based medicine is I'm going to talk about three different things right now. Ayahuasca, a vine, grows in the jungle. I'm going to talk about a plant called San Pedro. The indigenous name is Wachuma. And then I want to talk about mushrooms, psilocybin. Now, generally, when we talk about plant spirit medicine, plant-based medicine, we're referring to those. We're not talking about things that are made in labs, and we don't usually refer to these plants as psychedelics, although some people do out in the, wider world. We talk about these as plant-based medicines because that's truly what they are. I started working with plants when I was attempting to heal trauma. And the trauma was so deep, so locked in, that it was hard to access. And this is why I think it's a great idea to maybe consider working with plants if you have something happening that you have tried every other route to heal. Like for me, when I was it was 12 years ago, I had this epic meltdown on this retreat and all this unresolved trauma, sexual trauma, emotional trauma that I had spent years meditating, and it wasn't healing it. And it felt like it was on a cellular level, deep in my bones. And so that led me onto the path of working with ayahuasca. So ayahuasca is a vine that grows in the jungle. And when you're doing an ayahuasca ceremony, you're mixing ayahuasca vine and then another little shrub that has DMT in it. And so you bring them together and then you have what is a very powerful medicine. Ayahuasca has been used in the indigenous tribes throughout all South America, Brazil, the rainforest, all parts of the Amazon, right? Hundreds, thousands of tribes have used plant-based medicine to heal the heart, to heal the body. And I have several videos coming online about how it works on each level of the human system. And so when you're working with ayahuasca, it's very important to work with a group that's a really powerful, honest, integrity-driven, loving community. You want to work with it in that way. It's not something that you take on a party night. It's not a drug. Healing and working with plants, they need our respect. They deserve that. These are medicines that can go very, very deep into the cellular level of our body. So ayahuasca is one. Ayahuasca is probably the most strongest plant medicine that we have. And it's the one that I work with the most with my retreats at Lotus Vine Journey. So I have a lot of experience with that one. But since this is just more of an introduction, I want to also share a little bit about Wachuma, also called San Pedro, a beautiful plant that originates from the Andes Mountains in Peru, up in the Sacred Valley in Cusco, and where the Incan Empire was. It's a cactus, extremely similar to peyote, another cactus that Native American communities use in their ceremonies and their lodges, and they've been working with that for years, healing, right? Both of these great cactuses, what the power is the mescaline, right? This is the healing agent. We take this and we journey, we have visions. And so this is also a beautiful plant. San Pedro, we use the name Wachuma, is the indigenous name. And for people who work with the plant, they're also called Wachumeros or Wachumeras. And it's done in a ceremony. Ayahuasca ceremonies are usually anywhere between 5 to 7 hours. A Wachuma ceremony, however, can be all day, and you can be on the land and have visions, and it's just a very powerful plant. How do these plants heal? They heal us by shifting consciousness, basically, right? They act as an agent to heal what we would call like dark unconscious energy, an energy left because of trauma, greed, hatred, delusion, old things that have happened to us, painful things that are tangled up in our energetic body that we maybe have gone to therapy, we've maybe seen healers, we might travel all over the world, but yet we still feel affected by an incident or a certain issue that we're carrying. That's a good time to use plant-based medicine, right? That's a time that we might really be called. The third aspect I want to talk about is mushrooms, also psilocybin. Psilocybin has made a huge comeback right now because of so much powerful research being done about its treatment for depression. All the medicine plants really are good for depression, but psilocybin and Wachuma, I think they're more gentle. Ayahuasca is very strong, and I'll say more about that in other videos, but Wachuma and psilocybin are also really powerful. Is this right for me? I think working with plant spirit medicine is a calling. It's the heart's calling. It's like I long to, go deeper. It's an aspect that we're ready to deal with something. When you move into working with plant medicine, you go into the shamanic realm. You go deeper into the issue that's affecting you. You go into the trauma. So when you're working with plants, you have to be willing to face some things. You have to be willing to meet the trauma that you carry. You have to be ready. You have to be healthy. You have to be mentally in a good space. It's not good to do these things when we're having mental health issues that may be more serious, and I will talk about that. It's more for people who are ready, mind, body, spirit, who have a practice, who can stay grounded. You want to be careful. These are powerful plants, and they're powerful doctor spirits that we're accessing. So I love working with plants. I think it's a very powerful thing. I think we're getting these gifts from Pachamama right now. And to really think about, is this something that's right for me? Trust your heart. It'll be a calling, right? It'll be a voice that keeps showing up for you. Yeah, so that's all I want to say as a way of an introduction, and you can check out more videos here, and just please know that when, anything that I put forward, if it's not right for you, you just let it go. This is an introduction, so you might want to check out some of the other content to get more detailed information. But when we talk about healing with plants, we're usually talking about ayahuasca, Wachuma, psilocybin, and of course, all the other good plants that we're eating and digesting. This again is healing with nature. This is Pachamama. It's deep and it's shamanic, and you want to be ready, and you want to prepare, and you want to have integrity when you approach these things. So thank you all for checking out this video, and please subscribe to my channel, and share this content with your friends, and I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for the benefit of all beings.